Okay, I'm sitting down to like write in my journal and I just become like ultra present in the moment. And I was like, damn, I am just here. That's all I have to say. I don't even know why I like rushed to turn this on. I don't know. I was just sitting here and I just thought. I've been thinking a lot of things actually. I've been trying to get back into spiritual. Dude, oh my god. Holy shit. I don't know like what happened, right? I feel like I've drifted like farther and farther away from spirituality all my life. Like when I was younger, I was raised in a religious kind of space, but it was different because like, you know, my parents were split. So it's like at my mom's house, I wasn't really living like a religious life. When I would go to my dad's house every other weekend, I would go to church. So that's like the kind of stuff that I was exposed to. I don't, it's weird. Like I was kind of pushed, but I wasn't. It was weird. I was like just living two lives. And this is when I was younger. And then like just as kind of time went on, I never believed it. I don't think I ever really believed in something higher than myself, or maybe I just really thought that like being an atheist was cool when I was like in middle school or high school, and like all of my friends were, I think. So it was kind of just like, I don't know, that was just something I guess that I thought when I was younger. And then just like around like 14, 13, 14, I don't know, there was a summer in my life when I was still in school, and all I did was like skate to this park and sit on top of this, like I would climb this fucking shipping container like every day, literally every day. I would leave my house like right after I got out of school. I would skate around on my longboard, fucking just listen to music for hours, like hours, and I was everywhere. Like it was, I don't know, like it was such a good experience for me. I feel like those were the times in my life at that time. And I mean, when I think about it even now, where I was like truly at peace, you know, and like there was nothing that I was worrying about in those moments, and I was like by myself all the time, and I was by myself for a long time, I feel like. And I really don't know why I'm bringing this up, but anyway, yeah, those were like the only times that I feel like I was truly at peace. And I don't know why I feel like that time in my life was just like very transformative for me. And that's when I really started to believe that there was something out there, and if anything, there was a thought out there that was just like everything's gonna be okay. I don't know, there's moments like that, or I feel like those are maybe like the closest I had to like just being instead of doing, you know, a human being instead of a human doing, just free of like overthinking. Maybe that's when I really started like thinking about my life and just thinking about, I don't know, something just happened, okay, over that summer. I had never done like psychedelics before or plant medicines before. I was a kid, you know, I drank, I was drinking, but I wasn't like a drinker. I wasn't like fucking drunk all the fucking time. That comes later. But yeah, so, and yeah, I was also like severely depressed for a while there too. Long time. So, you know, that's probably also why I wasn't like hopeful. I didn't like believe that there was like something out there that was like doing anything good, because my life fucking sucked so bad, or at least, you know, I thought, or that's what I was feeling at the time, was like just everything was horrible because I had like severe depression and among other things. But anyway, that's probably why I didn't believe that there was something out there that was like higher than myself, or just like there was something more to just this life that I was living. So anyway, you know, I would have that summer, and a lot of things would happen within that summer. Now that I think about, a lot of traumatic things happened to me within that summer too. But despite all that, I still had these times when I would be skating around, you know, and this was literally like every day. I would go and I would be by myself and I would just listen to music and I would skate around on my longboard that me and my dad made together. It was fucking so sick. And like nobody was calling me, nobody was texting me, it was just me. Yeah, it was like I think those were some of the happiest moments of my life, if not the happiest moments of my life, I guess, for a long period of time. You know, not necessarily the whole day was good, but those times when I was just out there were good. So, you know, something happened towards them where I was like, oh shit, maybe everything will be fine. Everything will be okay because I got this. At least I got this shit, this feeling, the way that this makes me feel. I have that, so like it'll be okay. And then I got really into like figuring out my feelings and my trauma. So I would listen to a lot of podcasts and psychiatrists talking and doctors talking about psychology and just stuff like that. And then I started listening to like spirituality podcasts more, and I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Like we are all one, you know, there's like mirrors of each other and all this shit, right? If you get it, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. But I guess it's more so of just, I think that there's like, I have a higher self that is like here for the experience, you know. And I thought that for a long time too. Even when I was in high school, I feel like I used to say that a lot, or think that a lot, like, what am I even here for? It's just for the experiences, even if some of them are fucking shitty, but that's okay. And I think it's also like just, it's like all a mindset thing, letting myself kind of fall back into, oh my God, my life sucks, and just letting myself stay there. You know, obviously, conditions are conditions, and it's harder to think that in certain conditions. You know, I also think though, like I said, like those times when I would fucking be skating around were like the fucking happiest times of my life, when it was like the rest of the day would be like so fucking bad. Like you can still see the light in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I would go on to like learning about spirituality and just learning about really psychology and why I am the way that I am, you know, and like why do I do things that I don't necessarily want to fucking do, or why do I feel these ways that I do? Anyway, I don't know, I guess this shit I feel like doesn't make any sense, but what I'm just trying to say is I think that I am tired of just being fucking like sad and complaining all the fucking time. And I know that it's an uphill fucking battle, right? It's not just, oh, now I'm deciding that like, I'm never gonna fucking just be depressing. I don't know. Definitely here's what I'm trying to do is be positive, at least. I feel like that's the least that I can fucking do. There's no fucking use in, at least not anymore. You know, I feel like I already went through that. I don't know if I have to go through it more than once, but like, holy shit, I already went through it. I already went through the part where I'm like, damn, this shit sucks. There's nothing that I can do. And I already went through the part where it's like, oh, now here's the ugly part where you gotta like cry and fix it and all this shit, right? And now it's like, I went through that, and that's like years, you know, years and years of going through that stuff. And now I feel like I want to go into my years of just being like, okay, it's okay. I don't know. I thought for a while that like I had to like fix every single little thing that I felt like was wrong with me, things that were still bothering me, like things I'm like holding on to, which, you know, I can admit that there are still things that I'm holding on to, but it's not like super like I'm holding on to it. It's just like I can see how in the background, like how I'm still kind of holding on to that thing, or, you know, like overthinking about it really when I don't need to. I'm kind of just realizing that not everything has to be solved. I don't need to figure everything out. It's okay. You know, there's some things that you just have to move on from, and it just is what it is. It's not that big of a deal to like have to figure everything out. That's what I thought. That's why I'm not happy, is because I haven't figured out like all these traumas in my life and whatever, right? When in reality is like I just realized that being happy and really feeling that way, or, you know, feeling at least just content with how your life is, it's a practice. It's not just a state of being. Like you don't just like do all of these things and then you're happy, you know, like, right? Right? Like, am I right? It's a practice. You have to put in the fucking work to be that way. As is everything, as is life. You have to put in the fucking practice to be good at it. I don't know, you know, like some people, and I thought some people really need help with that, with like medicines and stuff, and that's fine. I don't know, I've always thought that like I don't want to do that. I would much rather just take psychedelics and like smoke weed and just, I don't know, talk about it with myself. Maybe I'm just like one of those people. I've been really considering going to therapy though. I just need to get insurance, but I think that is something that I'm going to do. I think that would really benefit me a lot. It's just that paying somebody to talk about my feelings when I already think of my feelings in this way is just like, I don't really know what I would get out of that. But maybe I should try it, you know? It's like, don't knock it till you fucking try it. I always been that kind of person that's like, I don't fucking need therapy, like I could just do it myself. Like, that's a fucking scam, like, whatever, right? But it's really not a fucking scam, and I listen to all these, like, spiritual podcasts and shit, and they're, like, people who, like, do, like, life coaches and all this shit, and it's like, why do I think that I'm above that? Like, that would actually be beneficial. Like, what the fuck? Talking to a professional about how you feel, like, literally, bro, I'm sure that would help me a lot. I guess that's a part of me that I'm just, like, ready to fucking let go. Like, I just don't, why do I need to be so, like, prideful about it? I can't just like accept help. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to get help. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. It's like, damn, bro, it really is a fucking practice, and I can't just dwell on all of these things that fucking have happened to me, because, you know, even when I think about it now, they're not 100% fucking fixed problems, but they're a lot better, and that's all I can fucking do. At least I'm not like how I was before. But there are still some things, and things that I think that have also gotten worse, that I'm just really putting in the practice, or I'm trying to put into the fucking practice to not do those things anymore, or not feel those ways anymore, or not just overthink shit and think these like shitty ass fucking thoughts, you know, and like have hope and like have faith and have just a little bit of like positivity instead of just being like a fucking Debbie Downer all the time. At least to myself. I feel like on the outside, I'm really not that kind of person to like sulk around anymore, but maybe I am. I don't know. People have told me that I have a fucking bitch face. So, or maybe they're telling me I have a bitch face. Like, I look like a bitch. Anyway, fucking, yeah, it's not a fucking state of being. Like, there's some things that I just need to fucking let go. And there's a lot of things that I need to start putting into practice. And one of them is just being positive, being patient, and being kind to everybody, including myself, because I literally don't do that. Like, I'm just fucking judging myself, I feel like, all the time, and it's annoying. I just need to move the fuck on. It's like, it's not cute to be like self-deprecating. I don't know, when people around me are like making jokes like that, I'm like, okay, bro. It's funny to a point where it's like, okay, but that's all you can say. And it's like, obviously, I feel like my whole generation was like that when we were younger. Just all the time, it was just like self-deprecating ass jokes. That's what was fucking funny. It's just because like everybody's feeling that way at that time, or at least the people, you know, my friends were feeling that same way. That's why we were friends. Like, I don't know. Everybody's just going through shit, changing, and it's fucking like crazy shit. But I feel like that sculpted my mind in like this shitty ass way where it's like literally that's actually how I fucking treat myself in my brain now. I just am not kind. I'm not kind with myself like at all. Like I'm not nice to me. And I think that's what's really making me project that out onto everybody. But I feel like that sculpted my mind in a way where it's like there's a little bit of seriousness in every joke. It's not a joke though. I don't know. I don't necessarily joke like that anymore. I do a thing where I like call myself stupid, which is like I shouldn't do that, you know? I just think the word stupid is funny. So that's why I say it. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not funny. But anyway, yeah. I just need to be kinder. Okay. That's all I have to say. My phone was running out of storage. I need to get a camera. I just am just gonna be more positive and not be a fucking dick to myself. Like literally, that's all I have to fucking do. So, okay, bye.